Hi, Wildcats. I am going to teach you the fractions chant, and I hope it helps you remember that the numerator is the top number, the number above the line on the fraction, and the denominator is the number below the line on the fraction. I am underlined important words that will help you remember what the numerator does and what the denominator does, or what they are. So first we'll start with the chant, and then I'll try to explain how those keywords could help you. Numerator, numerator, up on top. Count the pieces I use, then I stop. Denominator down, denominator down. All of the pieces of one whole all around. Make sure you say one whole. Sometimes fractions will have many wholes, but you have to count all of the equally divided pieces in one of the wholes to get your denominator. So let's go through the rhyme one more time. We'll say it one more time. Read it and say it with me. And then I'll go over the pieces with you. Numerator, numerator, up on top. Count the pieces I use, then I stop. Denominator down, denominator down. All of the pieces of one whole all around. Okay, let me explain why I underline top. Well, as you may have guessed, the numerator is the number on top of the line or above the line. So numerator, numerator, up on top. Now, count the pieces I use and then I stop. So if I were to look at this shape and say, how many pieces are shaded pink? I would count 1, 2. I'm using 2 of the pieces. How many are pink? 2. Out of how many? 3 in the whole object. Well, whole, if we're going to count the pieces in the whole object, we know that's part of the denominator. So we're using 2. Numerator, numerator, up on top. I count the pieces I use. 1, 2 are shaded pink, and then I stop. Then the next part of the chant is denominator down, denominator down. All of the pieces, all of them, whether they're pink or white, whether we're using them or not, all of the pieces of one whole all around. This is a whole, and how many pieces are in the whole? 3. This is a whole object, one whole object. How many equally divided pieces are in that whole object? 6. How many are shaded orange? Count. 1, 2, 3. We use 3. So I count the pieces I use. 1, 2, 3. And then I stop. Well, if I am only using that many, that's my numerator. If I count all of the pieces in one whole, I put it on the bottom. Denominator down, denominator down. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. Numerator, numerator, up on top. Count the pieces I use, then I stop. Denominator down, denominator down. All of the pieces of one whole all around. Hopefully the D sound in denominator helps you remember denominator down. They begin the same way. All of the pieces of one whole all around. So there you go. That's your fractions chant to help you remember what numerator and denominator mean.